Yo! What's poppin', fam? It's your boy Tsunamii D, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I post a new video. Because if you love me, then why wouldn't you want to know when I post a new video? Exactly. Today, we're reviewing Tyla's sophomore album, A-Pop. I have not listened to any songs on this album besides the singles that are already out. And it's been really hard because, you know, when Friday comes around with new music, I'm going through that list and I'm listening to all the new music that there is. But I really stopped myself from listening to anything else besides the singles on this album. I did, however, see a lot of mixed reviews on Twitter and Instagram and threads, but if I learned anything about dealing with social media, you kind of have to just figure it out for yourself and see what you think, because one person's yuck is another person's yum, and they may not know what the fuck they're talking about. But we're gonna see. I got me a little drink. I got me a Zevia, and I got me some nuggets. A little 10-piece. Hold the fries, please. Thank you. Let's jump straight into this album. Hey y'all, this is Editing Danny. I'm editing this video right now. And, okay. I know that this video is probably gonna make people look at me like I'm crazy. And that's okay. You got my first reaction. You got my true reaction, my authentic reaction to what I heard for the first time and what my brain took in. However, since then, it's been about 3 days and I've been able to listen to this album again and again, and honestly, I think maybe I was listening to it with the ears of what I've read online and not with my own ears. But I put the album on in the car while I was running errands, and it just hit different in the car. Like, it hits different in the car. And I literally have not been able to stop playing the album since. It definitely grew on me in the last few days. It did take more than one listen, but I can say literally That Girl, Double Blind, Feel Something, Right Now, Mr. Nonchalant, and Hot Tubs. Those are it. Those are the staples and the foundation of this album, and I have not been able to stop listening to this shit. Oh! So keep that in mind when you're watching this video, that this is just my first reaction to what I was hearing. And, you know, sometimes it does take a little bit longer to kind of, you know? So yeah, love you guys. Go back to the video. All right, so the opening track on this album is It Love? And we've all heard it. A lot of mixed reviews on it. I'm gonna play it just for the hell of it so we can get the full vibe from top to bottom. But we all know what song this is, so. I don't know why people weren't fucking with this song, but I really like this song. If you don't cry, cry, cry. I think I like this song because, of course, I'm a lover boy. It's literally talking about, is it love? Love ain't easy. Let me tell you. Inside out, wanna make me see what that's about. All right, that was the opening track. It's hard to say. I like that song. I don't know why people didn't like the song, but I would say I don't think that was a really good opener. If it's A-pop and your first opening track is like a sad love song, I feel like the opening track sets the tone for the album, and I hope that's not the tone of the album, because it shouldn't be called A-pop if that's the case. I mean, with other singles like She Did It Again, I understand. So I'm hoping that is the vibe, and this is just like a, let's get the lovey-dovey out the way so we can get to shaking our ass. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to feel. Next track on this album is called That Girl. If I'm looking down here, I'm looking at the lyrics, so just bear with me, okay? We're still here, I promise, we're still here.
Waiting for in your top shot spot is a me or them. Giving it. Who's that girl about to make a purchase? Come closer.
Okay, so I don't really. I guess the lyrics is cute, but I feel like the production is almost like non-existent. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this song. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was underwhelming. I feel like for it to be the second track on this album, and I'm already like, girl, what's happening? It's a little scary. You know, there is that fucking sophomore album curse where like the first album is kind of tea or amazing. I don't know. Her first album was kind of tea. It wasn't like, oh my gosh. So it was like, okay, let's see what else she got. And then the singles came out and we're like, oh, okay. Next track on this album is called Kiss. This has a bit more production. I feel like it's missing something. Like if one of the producers who helped produce this album was absent for multiple days of the production of this album. And it's missing like a little razzle dazzle. Girl. Okay? I don't want a kiss. No thank you. No thank you. And if you gave me one, yuck! That's what it's giving. I'm already a little disappointed. Like I feel like I don't even want to listen to the rest of this album. Of course I'm gonna do it for the sake of giving her a chance. But I really feel like if this is what the album consists of, it's like bare minimum. I'm not intrigued at all. You could have kept this. No shade. Next track is a single, Is It? This song, I fucks with. Like, this song was played religiously in this household. The girls that I came with. Cause the more that they tell me don't guys, I mean, no, I can't leave, I can't ride. Wanna get right with you. Is it the idea that I like? Or do you really wanna make? Next track is called Fairy Tale featuring Liquid Deep. Hopefully there's a fucking producer so that he could produce some shit that sounds good. No shade. But out of head meaning and everyone around could be a fairy tale. Promise I will love you. Promise I will love you. I really love you. Something that I'm sure you see. All the space you need. So this was the producer. It's an artist I never heard of before. And he's not putting anything into the song. We're just gonna move on to the next song because I'm ready to finish this album up. I think I'm checked out. I'm not feeling anything. I'm not feeling anything. What's happening? I don't understand what's going on. I'm like confused. We're 5 songs in and I haven't felt anything besides the singles that we already heard. Whatever. Next track on this album is called Double Blind. This made me move a little bit. I think it's really catchy. It's just the production is like non-existent. For it to have all these writers, you would think one of the writers would be like, turn that backbeat up a little bit, just a little bit, you know? Let the audience hear the beat. Next track on his album is called Something I Want to Do. Feel something. Feel something. Make me feel something. Oh.
I wanna feel it, make me feel something now. Tell the strength up, but you're ready to see me. Ooh, what's that in my lower back?
See, the beat was making me move. It was making me feel a little something, but it's like, now the vocals are a little...
I wanna feel it, promise you go berserk. Throw on the cape, use it, hit me with that boom, make me ooh, yeah. Hit me with your nose, maybe it's your hands, call it sign language. We should run a sequence more than make me feel something now.
I don't know what to say. I'm like confused. I feel like she turned in the wrong version of this album to her label. She gave them like the not mastered version. Everything's just lackluster, like it's missing something. I'm confused. I'm like low-key upset. Like, if there's one thing you could rely on Tyla for is like, get you moving. And I ain't moving. I moved a little bit. But I ain't moved the way I needed to move. Child, okay. We're halfway through the album. Yeah. Next song. Next track is called Right Now. Oh.
This might be aggressive, but I won't second guess it. In your tone.
This is what I've been waiting for.
I see you've been patient all along. You won't die. Say it now. I know that you miss me, but you play it down. For us, what we play, but you're doing right now. What's pulling up right now? Drop a bit right. You should be the last one to feel away. I wanna touch on ya. I took a little break, it ain't kill ya. I know, say it now. I know that you miss me, but you play it down. Oh, usually the first one I wanna wait. Say it now. Say it now. I know that you miss me.
So, Right Now might be my favorite song so far. The only song. The only song. We are on track number 9. 9 of 14. And my favorite song is She Did It Again. So she ain't come up yet. So out of 14 songs, 1 is insane. This is crazy. Next track on this album is called Mr. Nonchalant.
Hey, Mr. Nonchalant. I like your eyes cause they might things. Like what it looks like whenever the jeans come off. All this teasing is too. Oh, get mine, I don't catch shy. No, it's not what it looks like.
Okay.
Real bad, but it's sick.
Okay.
No special occasion. Slush. Born heavy. Slush. Go chase Mr. Nonchalant. I'm just get anything I want.
Okay.
For you, yeah, time to be. Pace yourself when you're doubting me. I'm usually the
This is what I'm talking about.
get mine, I don't catch sipping honey. Slush. Intoxicated. Slush.
Okay.
Born heavy. Go chase
Finally. So the end of the album is where all the bops are? So we gotta get through the bad shit to get to the good. You wanna be so deep, so bad. Girl. Okay. I like Mr. Nonchalant. Alright, so 2 songs so far that I feel like I could add to my road trip playlist and let it play while I'm driving. And I think we be vibing. I'm hoping that the rest of the few tracks left on this album make me feel something. Because if not, I'm probably never going to listen to this album again. I'm going to be real with you. Next track on this album, we all know it. We all love it. She Did It Again featuring Zara Larsson.
Deep down you want me.
This is what the whole album needed to give, to be honest with you.
I'm addictive, baby, what you want me to do? Not a quick thing to find, you begging to find out the hard way. Oh, she did it again, even when you feel like you can't. You can't get me out of your head. I know deep down you want me.
I know you do.
Deep down you want me.
That's all I know.
Not like anyone you met before me. Keep
me your
fire. It's not safe, no, it's not safe. Baby, it's a
Yeah, it was definitely Zara that made this song.
yeah.
She did it again. Even when you feel like you can. You can't get me. I know deep down you want me. I know you do.
Deep down you want me.
Got a body like a bottle dozen of you should blame the plan. Maybe her and Zara should just do a joint album. And I think that would be a vibe, for real. Because I feel like if you put Zara on any of these lackluster ass songs, she'd find a way to make it like give. Next track on this album is If You Say You Love Me, Then Put Me in Chanel. No shade. I wasn't a fan of this single. So maybe this should have been a hint.
Stop trying to read my mind. I'm not her and she's not me. Please don't bother me. Baby, no, baby. They say love me, you put me Chanel. They say love me, you put Chanel. They say love me, you put me Chanel. Say love me, you put me Chanel.
That was a track I didn't care for, to be honest, but I felt that way when the song came out, so yeah. Next track is called Crazy and Me featuring Wahoo, Woohoo, Weehoo, one of them who's, I don't know. Let's get to it, girl. Come on. If that was supposed to be representation of your country, girl, what is you doing? Why? Why? Do you know how lit Joburg is? Like, do you know how many great artists there are from Joburg? And not saying this person is not a great artist, but like, this is the track that you decide to represent them on. We're not gonna listen to the rest of the song. Next song. Next track is called I Don't Care, kind of like what I'm feeling right now. Featuring Babaloo-doo, blah blah blah, la doo doo.
Are you still thinking about me or hoping you see me there? Funny you don't care. I don't care. The past tense, they don't even like you.
Damn, she reading the dog shit out of somebody. I'm not mad at this song. Is it lackluster though? Could there be more? Absolutely. But it's not as bad as a lot of the songs on his album. This is a vibe. Like, I feel like the language that they're speaking gives to the song. She should have made this part of the chorus. She should have made this part of the beat. She should have made this part of the production. I don't know. Okay. Closing track on this album, thank God, Hot Tubs. Okay. 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 I like the chorus. The chorus is cute. That was a good song to close the album out. I I will agree. It was a good closing track. Was it amazing? No. But like most of this album, no. Tyla girl, Tyla girl, I'm sorry. You know I love you. But this was a hot mess. You fell in the sophomore album curse. You did. You did. You did that. I need to be different. I need to do something different. Different is amazing when you can do different. If you can't, stick to what you know, girl. Stick to what you know. Now, I will say, it all gave very much like African vibe, African queen, African princess. But it was like turned down many, many decibels. Like, I feel like her first album sounded very similar all the way through, but there were like peaks and valleys, and there were highs and lows, and there were ups and downs, and it was cohesive. I feel like although a lot of it is very like African influenced, it was missing something. It was missing something. You needed one more producer on this album to kind of like tie in that little extra something different and special that you were trying to do. And he wasn't there. He didn't show up. He never showed up. He didn't. And I'm sorry. If I had to pick a couple of songs that I will listen to again, it'd be Right Now, Mr. Nonchalant, She Did It Again, and I Don't Care. Now, I'm not saying those are my 4 favorite songs on the album because I don't really have a favorite. I really could never listen to this album again and be okay, which sucks. But if I had to choose 4 that weren't as bad as the album is, it would be those 4. Comment down below what songs did you enjoy? Did you resonate with everything that I said about the album? Did you disagree? What are your feelings? Tell me down below. Let me know. I really want to know. I need to open up this discussion because maybe it's something I'm missing. And maybe it's something I'm not seeing and I'm not feeling and I'm not hearing. And I could be delusional. Or everybody on Twitter and Threads and Instagram and all social media could be right and said this album was lackluster and underwhelming and a little bit disappointing. But I'll leave that in the eye of the beholder. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with me as much as I enjoyed spending time with you. If you're feeling the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I post a new video. Because if you love me, then why wouldn't you want to know when I post a new video? Exactly. I love you guys so, so, so much, and I'll see you in the next video.